there will be someone out there succeeding in that sphere of fitness, building muscle, running faster, making more money, whatever it might be, who has got a much tougher situation than yours. 4 steps to getting unstuck, to understanding what to do differently. Most men, over 60%, are fat, broke, and distracted. Is that you? If so, this video is designed to get you unstuck, okay, and help you move forward in that journey. My name's Nick. I've been in the fitness game for about 500-600 years now, and I know pretty much everything there is to know about fitness. Clearly not the case, okay? I've been in this game about 16, 17 years, getting old, and I'm trying to distill down what I've learned through my own journey and the guys that I coach as well. Listen, there's a quote here for you. Staving off death is a thing you have to work at. Left to itself, the body tends to revert to a natural state of equilibrium with its surroundings, its environment, which means you turn to dirt, you die, okay? So life is a constant struggle, if you haven't worked that out already. Life is a battle, a challenge to maintain a different temperature in every sphere of your life. What do I mean by that? It means if you're doing what everyone else is doing, the norm, okay, slowly you're going to be sliding down that slope towards being the same temperature everything around you. Okay, dying effectively. There is a price to pay, like everything. Okay, there's a price of staying the same and the price of making massive change in your health and fitness. You have to balance that and work your way through on that journey. Okay, I can support you. I can try and show you what I've done, what people I've coached have done, but ultimately you have to make these wise choices, the difficult choices, the choices that aren't about the now, the having the beer, the pizza, the ice cream, whatever it is right now, the not going for the run, not going for the gym right now, with what you want in the future and how you want your life to look like. Okay, because we've all got this vision, this perfect vision of ourselves. Goggin talks about it, this person that you meet at the end of the journey and they're like, shit, you're awesome. Or they're like, why the fuck did you not take the challenge, do the hard work, get up early, go to the gym? And we have to kind of rationalize that on a day-to-day basis with all the other shit that goes on in life. Going to work, dealing with the kids, misses, friends, God knows what. And we have to find a way to unpick all this cobweb, this mess of life to actually find a path through. That's what I'm going to try and break down in this video. Not an easy task. So like I've said, the world is trying to bring you down to its level. Okay, if you haven't worked out yet, I'm 46, I worked out a few years ago, then hello, welcome to 2025. The world is trying to bring you down to social norms. Culture is designed so it functions by everyone doing the same thing, okay? But that usually doesn't serve the individual. So listen up. If you want to be different, it's going to be hard. There is a hard road to chat. There is a hard road to travel to get to that version, that next level, whatever it might be. Repeating the same actions and expecting different results is insanity. So how do we stop doing these repeated patterns? Because it isn't that easy. Our brain is wired into these pattern recognition and doing the same thing over and over again, building habits around it. It's actually how we save energy and why we survive so long as a species, how our brains have developed to make all these shortcuts. However, it's probably holding us back at this point when we've got everything that we need, okay? Every bit of information is available at my fingertips at all times, okay? The shop around the corner has got every bit of sugary, sweet, fatty, carbohydrate-y processed shit that's going to make me want more every single second of the day. Okay, you have to find ways to almost unshortcut what life has set out for you. Now, I've talked about this before. I think there are 3 legs to the stool. I'll try and post a video if I can work out how to do that into that video. Okay, it's part of my Strong Runner protocol inside my group. If you're interested in a full course, you check out the video and you can find out how to do that. Knowledge, personalization, and accountability are the 3 things that I talk about. Okay, you need to understand what to do. Okay, then you need to understand how it applies to you, the personalization. And then you need to find a way to actually do that. Okay, that's where the accountability comes in. Okay, knowledge, personalization, and accountability. Those three things are the triangle of success as I see it. Okay, knowing what to do isn't enough. Okay, we've got all the information in the world. We're not where we want to be. It's not just about information. We need to understand how to bring it in, make it our own, okay, and apply it to us, apply it to our lives, okay. And the accountability is the stickiness. Turn up every day and do it, so you actually get the result. Okay. However, I'm going to go a little bit on a different tangent to that. So you can go and look at that stuff if you want to, but this is about getting unstuck. This is about taking the first couple of steps and actually just trying to map out where the problems are and where you need to find solutions and things you need to focus on to actually just get that ball rolling. Our body is constantly trying to stay cooler when it's hot and warmer when it's cold. Okay, we're trying to be different from what's around us in order to survive as a species. Okay, that is the big title, the analogy of this video. Think that through and try and think how you might apply that to your life in every situation. You have to go above and beyond what everyone else is doing if you want to do things differently. Okay, and doing things differently means you're not going to sink down to what everything else is going on around you, death and decay. You're actually going to be able to impact your own life and make change. Hopefully that analogy works for you. It made a lot of sense to me, which is why I made this video. So there are 4 steps to getting unstuck, to understanding what to do differently. Number 1, sounds a bit silly, but is understanding. Understanding that challenge is good, that we need to maintain this difference to what's going on around us. Okay, we can't afford to do what the norm is. Okay, whatever that might be in the circumstance of fitness or really specific. And you can zoom out and take massive kind of scale to this and look at what everyone else is doing in the world and do something slightly differently. Or you can really focus in and think, okay, for me, I know that I've been running twice a week for the last year and I haven't lost any fat. So that's the norm. I need to start doing something differently to get a result. Okay, you can apply it at any level. So number 1 is understanding the challenge is good. Okay, it's going to help you be different. Hard is good. Okay, easy means you are drifting down the slope. Number 2, finding your people. It's so important. We are social animals. We've seen that with this massive network effect and the craziness of technology in the world. We are social animals. We need to find our tribe, our group of people that can support us on this journey. Okay. And the people who are our kind of weirdos that are akin to what we think and align with what we think. And this, again, is what we've done over and over and over again through society to actually impact our lives and make changes. Okay, small group of people, understanding how they need to do things differently to make change in their own lives, and common interests, common goals shared. So you don't feel like you're the outsider, the outcast. You can have that socialization, which is really important when it comes to the psychology of change, because you're not fighting an uphill battle of thinking, I'm doing it wrong, I'm doing the wrong thing, I'm doing the wrong thing, because you can relate to that group of people that are over here supporting. Okay? And it's actually why I've set up this, my community, because I want to try and be a beacon to pull the right type of guys into a community to then support everyone, support each other on that journey to health and fitness. So understand that challenge is good. Number 2 is find your people. And then the third one is about excuses. So we've got reasons, I guess, that we don't do things, and excuses, which are usually BS. Now, if we change the lens slightly and take a step back, understand that if you have a reason not to do something, it's usually an excuse you're giving yourself. And I think we know kind of surface level, yeah, it's an excuse, can't be bothered to go for a run, whatever it is, extra bit of pizza, whatever that might be for you. But there's a deeper level to that, because if you think about it, whatever you're not doing in your life, there will be someone out there succeeding in that sphere of fitness, building muscle, running faster, making more money, whatever it might be, who has got a much tougher situation than yours. So if you start thinking that through, and they've come from a place with a lot more challenge and continuous challenge as well, not just, they overcome something in their childhood, continuous challenge, and they're getting better results than you or me, then I need to look at myself and think, well, okay, the reasons I'm telling myself I can't do something are actually excuses. So I need to change the frame of reference, change the way I think about these things, and actually find a way to put them in the bucket of excuses and stop doing them effectively. Which brings me on, nice segue to my fourth and final point, which is ruthless removal. Okay, your life is filled, I know mine is, and this is a constant process of me, of kind of like, what's that expression? When you're rubbing your skin and you take stuff off, exfoliating, so you're removing dead skin. So try and be ruthless about taking things out of my life that don't serve me, okay? And I would advise you to do the same. Rip out the things that just are not working. Okay, saying no to things is a superpower. Whether that be the pub, apps on your phone, social media, take it out, rip it out, and rip that band-aid off and find ways to protect yourself from those things. Okay, for me, it's young children, so I don't tend to go to the pub that much, sad as it is, but things like social media, I find that such a drain on my time, energy and resources, and puts me in a mindset of worrying about shit that I don't need to worry about that's going on in the world. So I don't have any social media on my phone at all. Okay, and I mean that. It took me a while to get to that point. Just rip it off. Okay, if I want to check something, I can go on my computer, have a look at Instagram or Facebook, whatever it is. Doesn't mean you can't have kind of access to it, but if you know you're spending hours every day looking on your phone, find a way to stop doing that. Okay, rip it out. And if you need to reapply it. But hopefully you won't. Games as well. I think so many people are kind of like into gaming, and it's just not serving you. These distractions are everywhere in 2025. They really, really are, and there's not going to go away because there's so much effort put into finding out how the brain works, so we can distract those big companies can distract us even more. Okay, take the full hat off for a sec. Now. These are just my thoughts, okay? I don't have all the answers. And if you don't like what I'm saying or aspects of what I'm saying or are triggered by it, there's a modern term, then I would ask you to sit with that and kind of try and process why you haven't got the result that you want, why these videos are showing up on your feed, and why you're kind of like, there's friction in you doing or even liking the things that I'm talking about. Yeah, that is it for today. So it's been a deep one and sort of esoteric kind of view of how to get better as opposed to the nitty gritty, getting jacked, getting faster running faster, and those bits and pieces, those tactics. I've taken a step back. Hopefully it's made sense. If you want those tactics, that lower level of detail around how to build more muscle, how to run faster, the best thing you can do is join my community. It's totally free. It will be free forever. Inside there, I've got courses on how to build more muscle, how to drop fat, how to kind of be awesome. And there's a community of guys that are just incredibly supportive. And we're all on a journey, me included. So until next time, I will see you then.